Hey everybody, this is Strict9 with Strict9 GP, and welcome to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 19. This is another playoff episode with the Cincinnati Reds GM Challenge that I've been working on, and you're not going to believe what's happened since that last sim or last episode, but we're now in the divisional playoff series. If you watched the last episode, we won our wild card game against Atlanta and won it fairly easily, 10-3. Our offense just really took off late in the game, and we were able to handle Atlanta pretty easily. But then we started the series against Los Angeles, the Dodgers, who have the best record in baseball at 109-53. First in runs scored in the league, third in runs against. So in some ways our offense matches up really well. Pitching, though, you know how much of a struggle that's been for us. But these first two games have been unbelievable. The first game, it was a pitching duel between, they did start with Kershaw, who had a great game, 6 innings, 1 run, 10 strikeouts, but we went with Castillo, who was the pitcher of the month in the National League in September, and he kept his streak going. He had 6 solid innings, just 1 run, 6 Ks, and the bullpen came on, no runs for the rest of the game, which went into extra innings, and we were able to win the game in the 11th with a home run from Peraza, of all people, who was amazing in the game, 2 for 5, drove in all 4 runs, and we wound up winning 4-1. And then the second game, and this is on the road in Los Angeles, our offense just was on fire. We played Alex Wood, against Alex Wood, who was a guy I was going to trade for instead of Waka. Maybe this was a little bit of payback and easing my mind a little bit over that trade, but we really hit him hard. In a inning and 2/3, we got 6 runs against them, and they never recovered. Molly pitched a great game, 7 2/3, no runs, 6 Ks. He was the actual player of the game, but it could have gone to several people. Votto had a great game. Jeanette had a good game. Profar, 3 for 4, drove in 2, scored 2. The offense was really on fire in this game. We scored 10 runs and beat them 10-1. So we are up 2-0, and playing today the potential clincher at home with Waka starting. This is really amazing to me. I can't believe we did this, because it's so unbelievable when you consider this. I think I simmed out in one episode a series against the Dodgers, and they just manhandled us, really. They just beat us really badly, scored a lot of runs. It was a 3-game series that they swept. And it was fairly late in the year. I think that was in September. They were 7-0 against us this year. So the fact that we have won these 2 games the way we have has been unbelievable to me. In terms of top performers in the series, Profar looking good. Votto, 3 for 9, drove in 3. Peraza, 2 for 8. He's driven in 4. But Peraza is suffering right now from a minimal injury, and my bench is not that deep, so it's going to be, I'm curious to see how Girardi handles this game in terms of who he's going to start at short. It could be a gamble going with Peraza, because his throwing influence, that with the injury he has, it's moderate, so not sure what kind of defense he can give me, but I just think we need his offense in there really badly right now. But we're going to go ahead and sim this game out, play it out, with Girardi making all the decisions, and see if, as incredible as it sounds, if we can sweep the Dodgers and make it to the League Championship Series. So let's go ahead and get started. And first off the bat, we'll take a look at the lineups and see how Girardi's going to handle it. And he is going to go with Peraza, which I don't fault him for that. I think that's the move that I would make, considering we're in the playoffs, and just hope that he doesn't get further injured, because we really don't have enough depth to replace him right now. And then it's going to be Waka going against Walker, who Walker did manage between Arizona and the Dodgers to pick up 15 wins, but he's really been shaky with the Dodgers. 5.26 ERA and 16 starts. He is a righty, so they've thrown the first 2 games. The Dodgers threw 2 lefties out there who we don't really match up well against. So I'm hoping that this matchup plays to our advantage in this game, even though if you go by the matchups here, the Reds really, outside of the pitching matchup and Hamilton leading off in center field against Broxton, they pretty much give the edge to the Dodgers. The Dodgers are really talented. They're stacked at every position. So this is going to be so improbable if we're able to win this series, especially with a sweep. But we'll see. I like to sim out this potentially deciding game, and if we don't win this one, we'll be back for another one. But let's get it started. Michael Wacha on the mound, and already he's got Broxton 2-2, and he strikes him out. Good start to the game. And I think Wacha pitched a pretty good game in that wild card against Atlanta. And we got a walk of Jock Peterson, who's been really a big home run threat, although he's hitless so far in this series. And that brings up Seager, who's another dangerous hitter. And I don't think they're playing double play depth, and that's going to get through the infield. So runners at first and second with 1 out, and that's going to bring up the most dangerous hitter right now in their lineup, Cody Bellinger. He's 6 for 9 in this series, and it's an 0-2 count. A strikeout would be nice here, and check swing, he got him. So that's his second strikeout of the game. Justin Turner up, who's struggled a little bit in the series, but he lines it right to Votto, who steps on the bag. So we got through the first inning, half inning anyway. And let's see if we can get our offense going. Hamilton leading off. And that's like a half swing bunt, and they got him barely. Barely got him. Hamilton has been okay in this series. He has 5 stolen bases so far in the playoffs. And that brings up Winker, who had a home run the last game. And he drives it to center, but not too deep. That's going to be called, I think. So 2 up, 2 down for Votto. Full count. And he gets that one past the third baseman. They had the shift on there. Hard shift. So Votto hitting really well in this series. And in the playoffs, he's at 400. And that brings up Jeanette, another full count. And a pop-up down the right field line. And Puig's going to get to that one. So scoreless through 1, and then Grandal leads off for the Dodgers, a 1-0 count. He's got some power, but this is a grounder to Votto, who steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Puig up, full count. And he hits it pretty hard. Hamilton's going to chase that one down, though. It's 2 up, 2 down. Forsythe has been pretty tough in this series. He's at 500. He had a home run in I think the first game. And he gets that one down to Votto, who's once again going to step on the bag. And 3 up, 3 down. Tucker Barnhart up now. He had a home run in, I think, the second game. No, that was in the Atlanta series, or in the Atlanta game, I believe. And he lines this one past the diving shortstop. So, second hit of the game already. And Peraza up, 0-1 count. And they played the shift on him, but he's going to hold on to the ball. So, big injury, though. Corey Seager injured on the play, but he's able to shake it off, so he'll stay in. So Grandal has a pretty good arm. Walker hold rating at 13. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if Girardi's going to test him too much. It's a 1-1 count, and he lines that. That might. No. Thought that was going to fall down, but Peterson dove and got it, and that brings up Suzuki. 1-2 count, and ground out to the shortstop, looks like. All right, so it's 3-2 or through 2, still scoreless, and they've got Walker starting out, 0-2 count, and strikeout looking. And that's Walker's 3rd strikeout now in 2 1/3. Full count on Broxton, he strikes out. 4th strikeout now for Walker. And now Peterson up, big power threat, 3-0, and he walks him on 4 pitches. So runner on for Seager, and it's 1-2 count, and he drills it to right, and that's going to find the gap. Extra bases, and they're going to bring him around to score. Throws not in time. So Peterson scores on a double from Seager. Now Bellinger up, 2-2 count, and he drills it down to Jeanette, but that's going to be an out. So that'll end the inning, but they do get on the board first. We got to get some offense going, but Walker's leading off here, 0-2 against Walker, and he strikes him out. And I think that's his first strikeout of the day, but now we got Hamilton leading off, 1-1. Grounder to 3rd, and they get him at 1st. And now Winker up, 0-1 count. And a little dribbler to 3rd, Turner in. I think he should get the out here. No, he's safe. So good running from Winker to beat out the throw. Now Votto, see if he can stay dangerous. It's full count, and he drills that one deep to center. I don't know if they're going to chase it down. And he makes the catch at the track. Deep fly ball, but stayed in the park. So Turner's starting out 3-1, and he draws a walk. That's Walker's 3rd walk of the game, and he's getting into the yellow on the pitch count. He's up to 62, and that's going to be a base hit, and they're going to hold. Looks like they hold Turner at 2nd, but come on now. It's runners on 1st and 2nd. Puig up, 1st pitch, and that's going to get down, but I don't think Turner was going. So, man, bases loaded, no out. And we got Forsythe up, who has been dangerous. It's 2-2 count, and he hits that one deep to right. That's probably going to get a run in. And Suzuki makes the catch, but no chance to get Turner at home. Man, this may not be Walker's game. It's 0-1, a bunt, and they go to 1st to get Walker out. 2 outs now. Runners on 2nd, 3rd. And Broxton up. He struggled a little bit. It's full count, and he strikes him out again. That may be his 3rd strikeout. 2nd, at least. So we may have dodged a bullet there, but the Dodgers get another run, and it's 2-0, bottom of the 4th. Jeanette up, and he strikes out swinging. Barnhart up. He got to hit his last time up. And a little weak grounder to short, or Turner picks it up though on that shift. And now Peraza up. So it looks like the Dodgers are getting the pitching performance they needed from Walker. And Peraza's out. So we're through 4. Can't get anything going offensively. And now dangerous part of the lineup coming up for the Dodgers. It's 2-2. Little pop-up. I think that's going to be caught by Peraza. Now Seager, 0-2 count on him, and he swings and misses. That's Walker's 6th strikeout. Now full count, and he gets Bellinger swinging, so 7 strikeouts. He hasn't looked too bad. The walks, though, probably hurt him a little bit there in that last inning. So now we got Profar up. They're playing a pretty strong shift on him. It's 1-1 count, and weak grounder. Oh, he bobbles it, and that's going to be an error, and Profar's going to reach. See if we can get a rally going. Suzuki up now, 1st pitch. He's swinging and drills it deep. Deep. And out of here. Holy cow. Suzuki Ichiro with a 2-run home run to tie it up. Opposite field 2-run home run to tie it up. That's amazing. And they're going to bring in Herrera to bat for Waka, so he's only going to get 5 innings today. And a grounder to Turner, that should be an out. So now Hamilton leading off, 2-2 count, and looks like a pop up to short, no, straightaway center. So 2 away for Winker, it's full count, and yeah, weak grounder, and that's gonna be it. But we tie it up, and look at the line: 2-4-1, 2-4-0. So we got Lorenzen coming in. He's had 1 1/3 scoreless innings in the playoffs so far, but he's down 3-1 to Turner. Turner hits that one pretty hard, but I think Hamilton will track it down. Grandel up now, and he walks him on 4 pitches. So Puig up, first pitch, he's swinging, looks like, and he drills it deep. That should lead the yard. So 4-2 now, Dodgers. Oh, man. And they're going to bring in Hernandez. Forsythe up. And he hits it hard. That might find the gap. No, it's going to find the seats. 5-2 now. So the Dodgers are playing for they're playing for their life here, apparently. Forsythe has been dangerous. That's his 2nd home run this playoffs. And a grounder to third. So Profar throws him out. Now Broxton back up. It's a 1-1 count. And he grounds to Peralta, and he throws him out. So 3 runs that inning, and we're now down 5-2. Votto leading off against Walker, who they're leaving in. Full count, he walks him. I kind of wish they'd have left Walker in 1 more inning. Now Jeanette up, playing him a little bit to shift, and he strikes out. Jeanette struggled a little bit in this series. Now we got Barnhart up, 1-1 count. Throw back to first, and they got him. Votto gets picked off, so 2 outs now, and they bring in Josh Fields. 2-2 count, and he strikes him out. So we're going to the 7th. We got Hernandez staying in there against a heavily lefty lineup. Not sure why he's staying out with Hernandez. First pitch should be out. I don't know if that was in foul ground or not, but Suzuki makes the catch in right. Now we got a lefty, Peralta, coming in to face Seager, and he's got a full count already. And he walked him. Peralta struggled. 4.6 walks in 9 innings. Per 9 innings, not good. Now Bellinger up, a 1-2 count. He gets him to swing and miss at that one. And now Iglesias coming in to face Turner. First pitch. And Turner lines that to right. That's going to be a hit. And they're sending Seager to third. He's going to get there pretty easy. So runners at the corners for Grandal. They're leaving Iglesias in. It's 2-2, and he strikes him out. So now we're at the 7th inning stretch. Still down 5-2. Can't get our offense going. But we got Peraza, so it's going to be the bottom of the lineup coming up against Fields. Let's see. Fields, pretty good year for him. 2.49 ERA, 115 strikeouts in 90 innings. But the movement's not that great, so maybe we can get some power going. It's full count to Peraza, and he strikes him out. Now Profar, who is 0 for 2 today. It's a 1-2 count, and he fought that one off, looks like, and it's going to be an out. Now we got Suzuki, who's the hero of the day so far, that big 2-run home run, and it's a full count, and he swings and misses. So 8th inning, we're starting to run out of innings here. Puig leading off. He hit the home run last time up. Pretty weak pop-up, though, to the left, and Winker makes the out. Now Forsythe, 0-2 count, strikes him out looking. and they're going to bat Tolles. Tolles is probably a good option to have off the bench. It's 2-1, and he gets all of that one. That's going to be deep to the center, and Hamilton goes all the way back to the wall and makes the catch. So bottom of the 8th now, running out of time. Stevenson comes in to bat for the pitcher against Jansen. So they might try to get Jansen 2 innings here. It's 0-2 count. And he swings and misses. So now Hamilton up. He's 0 for 3 today, not doing too good. And he gets that one deep. That might go over the head. No. Looks like they were playing him shallow, but Peterson adjusted and got to it. And now Winker up. It's a full count. And he draws a walk. See if we can get a rally going. Votto up. 2-2 count. And that's going to be a pop up to shallow center, and Broxton makes the out. One more inning. I don't know if we can hold on this one. DePaulo comes in. This is his first time pitching in the playoffs. And Broxton grounder to Barada, and they got him. It's close. Now Peterson up, 0-2 count. He gets him to swing. And now Seager up, 1-1, and that one's going to find the outfield. So Seager's having a good game, even though he got injured earlier. He's already 3 for 4 today. Yeah, and now Bellinger, dangerous hitter up. It's full count, and he may have popped him up. Yep. And shortstop. No, Profar catches it to retire the side. So we're down to our last 3 outs. Jeanette leading off against Jansen. It'd be nice for Jeanette to start hitting here. It's 1-2. Nope, not going to happen. So that's Jansen's second strikeout of the game. Now we got Barnhart up. It's 2-2. And grounder to third. That's an out. And Peraza is going to be the last chance for us. And that should do it. A little dribbler to second. And he's out. So the Dodgers come back and pick up a game on us. We're still up 2-1, but anything can happen. That's got to be a pretty big momentum boost for them, because they should have Kershaw going now in that 4th game. So we really need to have a repeat of that first game of the series where Castillo pitched such a great game. But you can see the highlights of this one. I don't know who I would pick for player of the game. Maybe Puig with that big home run. Forsythe, his home run, scored a run. And then Seager 3 for 4. But Walker was solid in the win. 5 1/3 innings, just 1 earned run. And then for us, Suzuki, that big 2-run home run, totally unexpected. Walker didn't pitch bad. I think he could have gone another inning, but hey, that's not my decision. But 7 strikeouts in 5 innings, and then the bullpen was a little bit shaky there, taking over for him. And then Walker did get the player of the game, so that's what the Dodgers needed. They needed a good pitching performance from their third starter. So now we're gonna have to go one more. They're showing that they're going to start Maeda here, so that could be he is a righty, doesn't have good movement, so he gives up quite a bit of home runs, 25 and 145 1/3 innings. So if they stick with Maeda, we might have a chance, but I don't like going with Gallardo in this one. Let's see who's rested. I mean, Molly, who pitched a great game already, he's still, oh man, he's just not ready to go yet. But Castillo, he's close to being rested. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. So Gallardo is going to have pretty much his best game of the year, and you can see how he ended that season. It wasn't good. He was in September. In 4 starts, he had a 12.06 earned run average, 2.43 whip. I don't want to rely on him, but if that's who Girardi goes with, I don't really have a choice. I think, in my opinion, Finnegan would be a better option at this point. Finnegan, 28 starts. He definitely had a better record than Gallardo. But let's see if there's anything else in the news. So New York sweeps the Mets. So the winner of this series, that's who will play. And Chicago Cubs, they lost Schwarber, who had a great year, by the way, 45 home runs, 108 RBIs. But now you look at that playoff coverage. Red Sox up 2-0 on Houston. Cleveland, Seattle tied at a game apiece. The Reds 2-1 over the Dodgers. But the Mets sweeping the Cubs. If it stayed true, and this is what happened, if it was the Reds against the Mets, that would be a total shocker. The two best teams in the league getting out their first series. That would be pretty unexpected in the National League. In the American League, though, you got Cleveland, Houston, Boston. All those teams are strong. Whoever wins that wouldn't be too big of a surprise. But, for us, I feel like, I've said it before, this is so unlikely what's happened with the Reds this year that I'm really pleased that we've gotten this far. And I think it's great that we won the 2 games, even if we get swept the rest of the way. It'll be bittersweet, I'm sure, but hey, it gives us fan interest is going to be improved, so that's going to help with getting some money from attendance, and getting some extra money from playoff attendance will help out too. So that should give us a little bit more room to work with, a little bit more money to work with in the off season. So I'm not sweating it too much, because I don't think this team is built right now for a long playoff run, and if we don't make it, I'm fine with that. So I'm not sweating it too much, but it would be nice if we win this series, no doubt. But what I'll do is I'll come back and play the next game out until we're eliminated or until we move on to the next round. And for those watching the Phillies series, I've kind of, with the holidays this weekend, I've kind of haven't had a whole lot of time to get back up on that series, but stay tuned. In a day or two, I should be putting out another episode of that one. And we are into September, and with 19 games left in the season, we are up on the Braves in the National League East. I think we're up about 3 games. So it's possible we can hold on and win that division. I hope so. That would be only the second time in that playthrough that I've won the division, and man, I would really love to go into the playoffs knowing that I'm going to at least have a 5-game series to look at. But that'll come up hopefully in a day or two, so stay tuned for that, and just be ready for the next episode of this Reds playoff series. Hope you like what you're seeing, and thanks for following this series and watching my videos and your subscribes and likes. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next episode. Thanks.